Welcome to Highlight My Town. I'm Dan Edson with Home Connection Team KC, and today we're here in Downtown Belton. I'm here with Elaine and Andy, the owners of Retro Rehab Arcade here in Downtown Belton, here at the old DMV location. Everybody knows where that is, so that's exciting. Tell me how this arcade came to be here in Downtown Belton, if you would.
Well, Dan, I've lived in this town since 1988, and I've seen kind of the ebbs and flows of the town. There's lots of things for adults to do in the town and several things for the kiddos to do in the town, but there wasn't really a spot where adults and children could come together and have a family-friendly environment, and that was our aim for this location.
When someone comes in here to Retro Rehab, Andy, what is the first game they sprint toward to see if you have it, or what are your most popular games here at the arcade?
I think most people usually make a lap around, check everything out. Our driving games are very popular. Kids really like those. We have an Operation Wolf, which is a first-person like shooter game, and everybody loves the pinball on the backside. But I'd say probably the number one is our ice ball or skee ball.
What is it about retro arcade games that a phone or a PlayStation can't replace?
Yeah, I mean, they're physical games, and so I think that the kids really like it because they get to actually physically, like, drive the cars and shoot the guns, pretend guns, Mom and Dad. They get to roll the skee balls. We have, like, about a 5-foot by 4-foot Lite-Brite room where they can physically put in the Lite-Brite pegs. We have a graffiti wall underneath a blacklight so they can go and graffiti on a wall. So there are physical things that they get to do. I think the adults enjoy it because it's bringing them back to their childhood, where we used to go in and with a handful of quarters and just pump quarters in on a Saturday morning after we watched our cartoons and went in and played those games. So I think it's just that nostalgia that adults loved, but then the kids get that physical sense of playing that game.
And it spans generations. Tell me if the parents, are they still maintaining, or are the kids beating the parents here at the games, Andy?
I feel like usually it's the parents beating the kids, just because a lot of these games are so much harder than you remember them being. And it's kind of, you have 3 lives, 1 life, and then your game's over. And a lot of modern games just don't have that. It's, you know, you regen and respawn and all that.
You guys have some top tier pinball machines here from Elvira and Godzilla. For someone who hasn't played pinball in years, what makes these top tier pinball machines so unique?
Well, Dan, one thing that one of the manufacturers, which is Stern, which we have 3 different Stern machines here, one of the things that they've done is they've added Insider Connected to it, which is a QR code you carry on your phone or your wallet or what have you. And it logs all of your high scores, all of your scores throughout time. And also you can unlock achievements just like you do in a modern video game. So you can actually achievement hunt on these modern games. The other thing that's very nice about modern pinball is it calls your shots for you, tells you exactly where you need to shoot and when through the different LEDs, the different lights, and then your back screen, and just the fact that modern pinball machines can actually physically talk to you and say, hey, shoot here. So I think, you know, modern pinball's really evolved into something what it never really was before.
What is the absolute rarest game on the arcade game floor right now that the neighbors might not know about?
So as far as rarity, we have a couple of rare-ish items. Probably the most rare game would be there's several things on our Play Choice 10 here. We have almost 1,000 games on there. We have Japanese releases that I've only heard like referenced in media. There's all kinds of European games, oddball games, predecessors to games. Like, for instance, we have like a predecessor to Dr. Mario, and we have a predecessor to Mega Man. Other than that, the other probably rarest one we have would be our Galaga cocktail. It's a really nice cocktail Galaga, just like you had in Pizza Hut when you were a kid, where you can sit across from each other and play. We had the monitor fully restored by somebody that we got this from, and it's been all refurbished and everything. It's very nice.
Andy and Elaine, I really love having this arcade here in downtown Belton. It's great for the local families to come down here and spend an evening. Tell me what that would look like for a local family that's looking to come down here to Belton Main Street and experience the arcade.
Yeah, absolutely. So we wanted to be able to provide that at a price point that was affordable for everybody. And we wanted them to be able to really just experience the entire area of Main Street. So we designed it to where a family could come in, get a wristband. They can do it for $10 for an adult, $5 for children between 3 and 9. And that's going to go for all day. So that means they can come in, enjoy our arcade. Then they can come and go as they please. So that means they can go down to Random's coffee shop down here and get a coffee. They can go to Faded Pages, grab a book. They can go down to Family Tree and check out all the antiques down there. And they can still head back up to our arcade later on that evening and finish out the night here with some more arcades, and they won't have to pay to get back in. And that's what we wanted for them, to be able to just really experience an entire day on Main Street and be able to do it with their family at a price point everybody can afford.
I know this from doing so many videos here on Downtown Belton Main Street. It has so much cool history and also has just a resurgence right now. How did you guys choose Downtown Belton Main Street for Retro Rehab Arcade?
Well, Main Street chose us. We really wanted this area, but there really wasn't a spot open, and so we were going to maybe have to go with a different location. And the day that we were going to sign off on a different location, we got a call from the landlord of this location, and he said, "Hey, little birdie told me that you were looking for a spot on Main Street. When would you like to meet?" And I said, "I'll be there in 3 minutes." And we signed the contract the next day. And that's all she wrote. You know, we wanted this spot specifically because there's so much rich history here, from the buildings to the people that are here to Chamber of Commerce that's down the street. Everybody has been so loving and so supporting. I cannot tell you how many people that have walked in and said, "What can we do to support you? You know, can we help you paint?" When we were just setting up and getting started, people were over here saying, "Can we help you paint? Can we help you, you know, set up anything within the building that you need? You know, do you need shelves put up? What do you need?" It has been an absolute joy to see this community come together and support us. So when I say Main Street chose us, I mean that.
And that's an amazing story, and it's great to have you guys here and in the downtown here at the old DMV location. Everybody knows where the Department of Motor Vehicles used to be. Now you have to come down here and check out this arcade, so that's exciting. Elaine and Andy, what does it mean when you look across the floor here in this arcade and you see a parent teaching their kid a game that they played decades ago?
Yeah. That, I think, is probably what means more to me than anything else, is being able to see that camaraderie between 2 generations, and sometimes the 3 generations. I think one thing that's so precious to me is that we have some board games, and we have some table games, and we have some checkers that we have set out on a table. And for some reason, there's always a time in a day when the families will sit and play checkers together. I've seen it several times where a grandfather or grandmother will sit down with their grandkids and teach them how to play checkers. And that's always so endearing to me to see that. And I guess that kind of surprised me. I actually just put the checkerboard out for decoration on the table, and I really didn't plan on anybody playing it. I planned on all the kids just rushing towards the games, but you know, several times the kids will come in and say, "Will you teach me how to play checkers?" And you know, the parents or the grandparents are thrilled to teach them, and that's just meant so much to me. I had another situation where kind of this big buff guy came in with his daughter, and she wanted to play one of the pinball games, but she had a little pink purse with her, and so he actually held her little pink purse while she was playing pinball. And I asked him, "Can I take a picture of that while she's playing the game?" And he said, "Absolutely," you know. And so it's those times that we get to see, and that's why we did it, you know, just to get to see that, because that's what I remember about the 80s, right? That's what I remember about when I was growing up, is just that camaraderie and, you know, that joy that we all had. And, you know, nobody knew, you know, who we voted for, who we loved, you know, who we worshiped, none of that. We just all knew that we had a great time and we just loved each other and we had a blast. And that's what I want everybody to experience when they walk through these doors.
Andy and Elaine, thank you so much for having us out here to Retro Rehab Arcade. And I want to encourage the Belton community to come out here and see this arcade, support them. You see the heart behind the arcade and the heart here in downtown Belton Main Street. Thanks again, guys.
Absolutely. Come out and see us.
Thanks, Dan.